Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you why goal setting is overrated in your practice of becoming a peak performer. And I'm going to tell you the much less exciting thing you should focus on instead to create the life you desire. I'm Sara Stilleke. I'm a scientist and salesperson, and I love learning and talking about how to use science to become more productive and successful. The first thing I should do is explain, what do I mean when I say that goal setting is overrated? This does not mean that I think goal setting is unimportant. Quite the opposite, in fact. I love goal setting. I set goals all the time, and they are a huge source of joy and motivation in my life. No, I instead want to invite you to consider that goal setting is overrated compared to consistent action, patience, and habits, which are underrated. Think about it. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution to get in shape, or learn a new language, or learn to play a musical instrument? Goals are super inspiring. Maybe you write the goals down, print them out on a vision board, and dream of how great your life will be when you reach the goal. But then that's it. Maybe you'll go to the gym a few times, or download the Duolingo app to learn a new language, or purchase a basic violin. But how many times does the year pass, leaving you no closer to your goal? Goal setting is wonderful for giving yourself direction, but the simple act of setting goals is the equivalent of deciding to travel from San Diego to New York City with no map or plan for how you will actually get there. Goal setting is exciting and sexy, but unfortunately, the process of achieving your goals is neither exciting nor sexy. To reach your goals, you must be patient and take consistent actions that align with your goals. You will probably not even notice results when you take the correct actions. So it's important to find joy and motivation in the journey until one day you achieve your goal and people will think you are an overnight success. A good example of this is boiling water. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. When you heat a pot of water on the stove, the temperature of the water starts rising 1 degree at a time. For a while, nothing will happen, and it will seem as if the heat and the increasing temperature are not serving any purpose. Then suddenly, at 212 degrees Fahrenheit exactly, the water will start to boil. That last 1 degree from 211 to 212 is enough to get the water to its goal of boiling. Does that mean that all the other previous degrees of heat were unimportant? Of course not. The water needed to increase steadily by 1 degree at a time until suddenly we were able to see the final result of the water boiling. If we think about our goals in the same way we think about water boiling, it's easier to understand that each tiny action we take matters, and when they accumulate to a certain point, it will seem as if the goal was achieved overnight. This takes patience though, and as ambitious people, it can be tough to be patient when we are not yet seeing the results we want. For the rest of this video, I'm going to share 3 strategies to help you build a system for consistency so that you can implement the habits necessary to achieve your goals. The first strategy to create a system of consistency is a concept from the business world called leading and lagging goals. Lagging goals are similar to traditional goals or desired results. Say you want to lose 10 pounds or drop 1 pant size. These are lagging goals. Leading goals are all about the actions that you need to lead with in order to meet these goals. For example, if your lagging goal is to lose 10 pounds, your leading goal might be to go to the gym 4 days per week, or to cook healthy dinners at home 5 days per week. Leading goals are the ones that we actually have direct control over, and they are tied directly to the actions we take. Sure, they are not as sexy as the lagging goal of losing 10 pounds and looking great in that new pair of jeans, but this is how you are going to get there. Big goals, such as New Year's resolutions, can be intimidating and overwhelming, which is a big reason why people don't achieve them. I recommend setting a lagging goal over the course of 12 weeks, or about 3 months, and dividing that big goal into the specific actions that you need to take each week or day to achieve them, and make these the leading goals that you will focus on. Let's continue with our example of getting in great physical shape. In 12 weeks, It might be reasonable to set a lagging goal of losing 10 pounds so that you can fit into smaller clothes and look and feel better. You believe that you will be able to accomplish this goal if you work out 4 times a week, drink 8 glasses of water per day, and get at least 7 hours of sleep per night. These are now your leading goals and are the ones that you should focus on accomplishing. Now that you've identified the leading goals that will get you to your main objective, the second strategy in creating a system of consistency is to set up a way to visually celebrate when you've achieved your leading goals. When you achieve a big milestone like losing 10 pounds, getting a big promotion at work, or conversing fluently in a new language, it is easy to see that the goal has been reached. People congratulate you, and you will enjoy a huge sense of accomplishment. These big wins will not be enough to keep you going, though, when you are in the grind of daily life. So you will need to find a way to celebrate your small wins. One thing that I do to track and celebrate my small wins is to keep a big whiteboard monthly calendar in my house. At the top of the calendar, I've written my big goal, which in this case is going to be to lose 4 pounds in the month. And below that, I've also written these smaller leading goals or actions that I will need to do in order to reach the goal. In this case, it is to work out 4 times per week. I bought a set of fun, colorful magnets that I can stick to the whiteboard, and every time I perform the action for the leading goal by doing a workout, I can put a magnet on that day and visually keep track of how I'm doing on my weekly commitments. It's a fun way to see how I'm doing visually, and I feel a little burst of accomplishment whenever I get to add a magnet. If you prefer to track and celebrate your small wins virtually, there are a number of apps that you can use that will do the same thing. I personally use a free app called Habit List. This app allows you to name your habit and decide how many days per week you would like to do the respective action. For example, one of mine is called Caffeine Free, and I've set a goal to be caffeine free 5 days per week. I feel a little burst of success every time I don't drink caffeine and get to check the box at the end of the day, and it's a fun way to see how well I'm doing. The third strategy in maintaining consistency in your habits comes with a word of warning. Tracking your actions and habits is a way to hold yourself accountable, and this can be intimidating and even disheartening at times. So often we strive for perfection and think that we need to do everything perfectly all the time to reach our goals, and that one slip-up means you need to start all over or are somehow a failure. This is so not true though, which is why my third strategy in reaching your long-term goals is to aim for an 80% success rate. I don't know about you, but I'm a human being, and sometimes I eat a whole pizza and drink the entire bottle of wine in my pajamas while watching Netflix all day. And sometimes I don't make all the sales calls I should in favor of petting my cat all afternoon. You've defined the actions that you need to take in order to get to your goals. And if you accomplish just 80% of them, you will reach your goal. If you only work out 3 times in a week instead of 4, you're still taking the actions and will become healthier. If you only sleep 7 hours per night on 5 nights, you are still going to have more energy. And if you only drink 6 glasses of water per day, your body will still be well hydrated. We're going for progress, not perfection. If you feel like a failure when you are not perfect and give up, then that is when you have failed. By aiming for an 80% success rate on your leading goals instead of perfection, you allow yourself to be human while still maintaining the consistency needed to reach your goals. And there you have it, my friends. If you break down your big goals into the individual actions that will get you to them, track these actions and celebrate the small wins, and aim to meet these small goals 80% of the time, you will hit that 212 degrees and your water will start to boil. People will admire how you have become an overnight success and compliment how effortlessly you reached your goals. If you want to learn more about habits and how to level up to your peak performance, you can subscribe to my channel to watch more of my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I discuss the habit of meal prepping more in depth.